over here, right? If I take you just quickly now, I'm a big proponent that once you have your key levels, the rest of trading comes down to waiting. So people blame patience or impatience, they blame FOMO, they blame hesitation. So let me give you a different spin on things, right? I think that every psychological problem can be fixed with a technical piece of information. I.e., I believe emotions and psychology do not matter. Now, the reason I say that is because a lot of psychological problems that occur are brought into trading from external factors. So, for example, if you FOMO into trades, it's because you're trying to pass a challenge or you're trying to make money quickly so you can escape a job. If you fear taking a loss, it's because you're risking too much to make more money because you want to speed the process up to show somebody that you're a trader. Either way, none of these things are going to serve you, and they're coming from outside of trading. So if you're a greedy person, you need to look at what's happening outside of your life. If you're FOMOing into positions, you need to understand that, number one, you haven't had the experience to know what to look for. Now, the reason you haven't had the experience is because you're rushing. So rushing is basically a symptom of ego. So the more ego you have, the less likely you are to actually be successful at trading, because a lot of psychological problems are brought from outside of trading. So when you enter the chart, it's not your psychology that's stopping you from making money. It's the fact that you don't know what you're looking for. So for example, when we see a break over here, we have a break. A lot of traders don't understand every strategy comes down to break and retest, but they do not understand what a retest is. They don't know what's happening here. So today we had an interesting example. So we had an example where we had a reaction and then a retest. So we're going to be breaking down why this was a valid sell trade on the Discord, right? So here was my execution. This was the trade itself. And just after 11 a.m. Eastern, I think it was 11:05 was my entry, something like that. So we're going to first break down this blue box is the same as the key level you see over here, right? So this is the ATAS platform. You can use